but let's just talk about the red card. Did you feel like it was a red card? Because Messi did this earlier in the tournament, everybody, and there was no call on that one. They didn't even look at it.
Yeah, it's a tough one, right? Because he does come down on the back of his heel, but for me, they're kind of two guys going after a ball, and they're not even looking at each other, right? And Balogun steps, you can see there, he clearly steps on him, I get it, but eyes focused on the ball, and I guess by the letter of the law, this is what they have to do. But you mentioned Messi. This is the first thing Marcelo said to me. He said, didn't this happen to Messi first game? And I was like, well, his name ain't Messi. It's Balogun, right? And
but he's got 3 goals this tournament. We need him.
No, I know, and now we have to figure out, because if you, I don't know what you guys heard back there, but we had the call. The referee came out and said, serious violent,
which is going to be more than 1 game,
which we hope is not more than 1 game. But the assumption, Marcelo,
2 to 3 games,
right? Is, and that would really suck.
Yeah, listen, it's part of the game. You can see they were both fighting for the ball. He's lunging for the ball. Did he do it on purpose? No, I don't think he did. But when you watch it, the problem is if you watch it really quick, it's not bad. When you go back and you see it on VAR and you slow it down and you see it, but I'm saying photos. That's when it went to VAR. We were talking. Tony's like, we're done. I'm like, I have to agree, because once you see it, you're just like, and that's the same, similar to what we saw tonight.
We could argue that Messi's has actually had a little bit more intent to his,
and he's looking down.
Because he's looking down, and he's trying to foul him. You know?
Yeah. Listen, it's part of the game. They're going to have to, and you can see it. But hey, listen, the U.S. has enough. They'll have enough. They'll find a way to play against Belgium, to put somebody up there that they can get.
All right, let's bring in Nico Contour, who we had in the pregame show. He was with Jeff Shreves. I don't know if he's still with Jeff. Jeff was a little inebriated, I think, when he came on. Nico, how are you? You're looking good. How's the energy where you are?
Listen, the energy's great. Me personally, I'm a little bit bittersweet, because we do lose Balogun for the next game, and we can get into the red card controversy and everything. What's up, guys? And everything that I feel, but I do think that first and foremost, it's important that the U.S. won, right? The U.S. is through to the next round. We won our knockout stage game, and we got to build from there. But I do have issues with the red. I'm super proud of the guys, because they showed a personality that you need for a team to grind out a result. Tillman with the free kick, that was exquisite. It gave air under our wings, and the U.S. are through to the next round.
Yeah, so when you were watching the game amongst the fans in Atlanta, when the red card happened, where was everybody there? Because we were like, holy crap, this cannot be happening.
Yeah, right. We didn't think too much of it in real time, where football is played, right? Football is played in real time and not on a super slow-mo, 1,000 frame rates per second camera. And we didn't think that it was going to go to review. Perhaps it should have been a yellow. Just like Messi's. Messi should have been a yellow, right? But then when it goes to VAR, for me, the first thing that came to mind was the Messi challenge. And then when the referee says serious foul play, I think of something unintentional, accidental, where 2 guys are trying to get the ball, and the moment of the tackle that they're showing him is the foot on the ankle. It's slow. Sure, there's a little scrape high, but where he gets him is low. Almost just like Messi. Messi's went unpunished. And to me, I think it's shocking that at our World Cup, the Messi one goes unpunished, how I think it should, maybe a yellow card. And at our World Cup, on our turf, we get done dirty like that. Listen, football, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes in football. And I think we're not in a spot where we have that strength in global football as a federation to maybe plant some doubt just somewhere along the lines for a referee to say, we didn't give Messi that red card. This can't be a red card either. So that's what grinded my gears today. And maybe I won't get over it, maybe I should get over it. But when we look,
Nico, it's a scandal. You're 100%. We've seen this type of call every damn Europa League. Every damn Europa League show, it feels like we've seen calls like this. There's no excessive force. It's a bad angle on a camera, on slow-mo. And at the end of the day, that's never a red card. Never in our sport. I know we take intent out of it, but my man was trying to just use his body. No.
What's the natural rhythm of a play? What's the intent behind the play? What's wants a logical football outcome out of something. He wasn't trying to harm the player. Serious foul play, perhaps if his cleat was up near his head, but other federations kind of
it's reckless. It is the definition of reckless.
Get calls their way.
He was literally just doing a normal body move.
Our rules specialist, Christina Unkel.
Oh yes, perfect
Referee
timing.
specialist. She knows everything about the rules and laws of the game. Christina, great to see you as always. And the big question we have is, was that a red card or what?
Oh, do you guys want to hate me now or do you want to hate me later? No, I am kidding. So I do not want this as a recommendation for VAR red card. It is not meeting the threshold that is needed in this tournament. So no recommendation for a red card is what I would prefer. You send that referee to the monitor, though. That referee will come out with a red card because they are now refereeing it from still shots. But I do not like this as a red card, to be quite honest. I'm surprised that the VAR recommended it down. It's not been consistent with what they've done. I know everyone's going to compare it to Messi, but no red card, final decision.
Yeah, Christina, I think we felt the same way about it, but the referee came out and said serious violent conduct. What does that mean moving forward for Flo Balogun? Is that a one-game suspension, or is that more?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a serious violent conduct. It would be serious foul play or violent conduct because there was an attempt to play the ball here. It should sit in serious foul play itself. Serious foul play is just a one-game suspension under the FIFA articles.
So Christina, in knowing that you wouldn't have recommended that as a red card, are there any hope? Is there any hope? Is there any possibility of the U.S. challenging that red card and appealing it and hopefully winning that appeal?
So if the U.S. should, it only happens once every 4 years, one should file an appeal. However, the success of that appeal is slim to none. It's a subjective decision that they're appealing a referee's discretion as to, speed, force, mode of contact, point of contact. Those are not really appealable offenses that one wins. You only typically win on really objective matters or things that are just clearly not supported by the videotape. But here, because you can debate between red and yellow card, you're not going to win an appeal even if you file one.
I have a question, Christina. When you look at this situation, and when a referee makes the call, he doesn't see a red card. Why is VAR getting involved and not in other situations? We didn't see him get involved in others, but in this one, what is VAR telling the referee, and why does he have to go to the monitor?
Yeah, sometimes, and this is where the deception of refereeing from a monitor can really kind of take away the feel and the taste of the game. So when you do a still shot and you do the actual point of contact and the defender and that player's ankle is twisting, it's stuck in, studs are coming down on it, it looks really bad from a VAR perspective. But when you put it into context, which where this videotape has to be put into context, you have people that are both jumping, they're landing. The argument is who has right to that space. It's kind of like in basketball when you jump right and you're landing back, are you allowed to step into that space? So that is where you can get, when you're in a VAR room, a little bit sterilized because you're taking a look at still shots. Maybe you're running it into play, but you're losing probably a little bit more of that context. And if I really was to, it's a great thought in the sense that there has been not many of these consistent. VAR has actually not recommended a lot of penalty decisions in this tournament. That's more the conversation is VAR not intervening. Here, they did intervene, and so this one is sticking out like a sore thumb because it's not been consistent, similar to earlier's game between Belgium and Senegal. That one was a VAR recommendation that no one was expecting to come down either because it's not been meeting the threshold of what they were doing in the group stages.
Yeah, I just feel like common sense is lost in that VAR decision, and throughout this World Cup, I think common sense has been used and it's worked for the most part.
Or if Balogun changes his name to Messi, maybe this wouldn't have been an issue.
Well, it doesn't help. It doesn't help that the player made a meal of that as well.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
So he knew they were down a goal. They needed to get back in, and if you can get a player
I just
sent
don't like
off,
VAR because when you see VAR, they slow that down. Yes, it's a red card when you slow down, but the referee did not see a red card on the field, so leave it there. there's no need to get involved, review it, because if you go to go to a corner kick, how many penalties are there from a guy grabbing? Today you watch a Senegal game, they're grabbing each other. If you want to break it down to VAR, then there's a penalty there every time. I just don't like that they need to go. The ref made a decision. It wasn't a clear and obvious. He lunged at him. So I'm disappointed in that.
Well, Christina, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Anytime you agree with us, you're always welcome on the show. It makes us feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
All right, let's give you a shout to get to Chicago and hang out with you boys.